is true, and this is
hard. This is hard to tell. This is one of our best. I'll try and tell it with a straight face.
I was at school. I was still in year 12. Wow. This is over 10 years ago.
It's a while ago. But we were out. We always did when we were younger, and still do now a little bit. We went out. We got massively fucking smashed. So smashed we were sick. Sick all over the place, and just throwing up, vomit coming down us, just sick everywhere. So smashed. Oh man,
we used to spend every single dollar we had.
Sometimes we'd go out with no money and just steal drinks and get smashed like that. Oh man, I love getting smashed with the boys. Oh, nothing's better. Nothing beats it than getting fucking smashed with the boys. So that's what we did. And then we used to do this thing where we walk home to sober up.
We didn't have any money to get in. There was no Uber back then. It was just taxis, and they were too expensive.
Well, yeah, we really
only
just
18.
sort of had no money. So yeah, we just always walked home. So we were on our normal walk home, trying to sober. It's like an hour's walk, and then towards the end of the walk, you have to go through this real sick little park in Brisbane called Downey Park.
Yeah, that just fucking sums it up for you. It's called Downey Park.
Why is that funny? Why is that name funny?
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Explain. I don't get it. Why is that name funny? Downey Park.
Because it's for the people who are down, not up. So it's like a sad park.
Well saved.
Yeah.
Good save, my friend. 80% of our audience has Down syndrome. 80%.
You went and said the word. I never fucking said that word.
You were implying it with your laughter. Your childish laughter.
I was just saying it's Downey Park. It's a down park. It's not a happy park.
And there's nothing wrong with
what
being
happened
down.
there was not happy. It was pretty fucked up.
Okay, so we're walking through this park and then we hear this, help, help.
Oh, man.
Help, help, please help me. Oh, please, boys, please help me. Help me, help me. Hey, I know you can hear me. Help me.
So then we...
Help me.
Yeah.
This went on. Help me.
For like half an hour,
help
45
me, boys.
minutes.
Please help me. Please, I need your help. I need your help, boys. Went on and on and on. Help me. Please, why don't you come over here and help me? Boys. Boys, he's trying to wave a little bit. Help me. Help me, boys. Help me. Boys. And we're looking at each other. Help me. Help me, boys. Help me, please. Help me. Help me. I can't get up, boys. Help me. Help me. Come here and help me. Please help me. Help me, boys. Help me. And it went on and on. Help me. I hope that I'm portraying that.
Yeah, I think they get it, man.
Help me.
And it was probably not half an hour, 45 minutes. It was a couple minutes.
Yeah,
no,
so
we were scared to go over there.
Yeah, so, well, I grew up in Toowoomba and things like this happen all the time. And then all of a sudden, 6 people run out and then, beat the shit out of you. So I was we cautiously approached him. Michael wanted to leave him.
Yeah, because I didn't trust the situation. And I thought, it was dangerous.
And, yeah, and then I said, I'm not, he was sort of didn't have any pants on. He was lying in the darkness and I was lying under one of his arms on his belly. And then I said to him, like, I thought he had a knife in the other hand. So I was like, pull your arm out, otherwise we're not touching you. He's like, I can't. And then he finally managed to pull his arm out and there was no knife in there. So we picked him up and he was just so drunk.
Shaken.
Yeah. And then we sat him down on this seat nearby. And then we're like, oh, what happened? What happened? He's real embarrassed. He didn't want to tell us what had happened.
And this guy's like 55 years old.
Yeah. He's probably like
He'd be 65 now.
That's if he's still alive.
Yeah, he definitely, he didn't have much longer left.
Stuart. His name's Stuart.
Yeah, you can say first names, hey?
Probably.
Anyway, Stewie.
Stewie.
For short. Right. I remember he made us call him.
Yeah, so we're like, oh man, what happened? What happened? Why are you like lying down? And then he's like, oh, and there's a bit of awkward silence. And then he's like, please just take me home. Just take me home. I'm like, no, we're not taking you home until you tell us what happened. We're all demanding.
Yeah.
We're demanding 18-year-olds. And then he said, oh, I've been raped.
Fuck you, Steve Jobs.
How long was that clip?
5 minutes.
Oh, the whole clip was only 5 minutes?
Oh, the whole clip was about 20.
Okay.
But we missed this story. So.
Yeah, we just already have said this whole story and now we got to fucking start again.
We said it well. Well. It's going to be hard to say it that well again.
Yeah.
But we will do it well.
So, we're up to the part where we just picked this guy up. He's bleeding.
Yeah, so he's just said, I've been raped. and we're just like taken aback, and then we're just like, wow, okay, we'll help you home, obviously. And then we picked him up, started taking him home, and then we walked into the light and you could see all the blood up and down his legs, and he just couldn't even walk. So what had happened was some guy had just broken out of jail and said, hey, I have to do this.
He said, I'm sorry, I have to do this.
So at least he apologized
before he raped him. So he'd just gone out of prison. He was like 30 something, the dude who raped like a 60-year-old.
Anyway, we started taking this guy home, and then we thought nothing of it. We took him home, left our details, walked home. We're just like, oh, whatever. And then we passed out. It was like 4 a.m. And then I wake up to a knock at the door. We're at Michael's parents' place, and everyone's still asleep. It's like 6 a.m. now. And then it's the cops. And they're like, oh, you guys were the first on scene. You guys have to come back and like give a report and stuff like that. And so I forget what the technical name for it is, but, we're important. We're a big deal.
We were heroes that day.
And so I walk back and tell Michael, you know how hard it is to wake him up when he's been drinking? Just watch some of our videos. It's impossible. Trying to wake him, saying, Michael, the cops are at the door, and he's got like a massive morning glory, and he's slurring his words and just fucking around. And then he's like, what? He didn't believe me. And then he finally gets out of bed and then walks into the hallway, and he's just got this huge morning glory, and the cops are just standing there like, you have to come to the crime scene with us. And he's like, oh, hang on, I just got to tell my mum. And then I hear him go upstairs, open his parents' bedroom door and say, Mum, cops are here, we got to go back to the crime scene because we found a raped man last night. He just closed the door again. So they would have been very confused. Anyway, they took us back to the crime scene, and then it got weirder. It got even weirder. Michael started ripping his, like, we were just walking past the crime scene. It's just like full like CSI.
Yeah, they got the yellow tape.
And they were walking past the crime scene, and then Michael just
to make Marty laugh, I decided to start ripping the ends of my fingernails off and just flicking them in the crime scene.
It's because it's funny that he could potentially be a suspect.
I was still drunk, so I was just like in my own world.
And then it gets weird because we sat down and then just like waiting for them to take our report, and then look over to the left, and what do we find? The shorts, Stewie's shorts covered in blood and semen.
That has the DNA of the man who raped him.
There's like fucking 20 cops over there like trying to do their CSI shit.
We come there.
And we haven't been to uni for this. And I saw the shorts.
God, they need to use their eyes better.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, okay. And then they taped that bit off and moved us away. And then they moved us away, and what do we see? Bloody glasses.
Yeah, some glasses.
What are the chances? What are the chances of that? So this time, now we're like, oh no, we're getting too good at this. We're the best. We're so good at this that we're going to become suspects if we're not careful here. So we just stop looking for shit.
Yeah. We stopped being cops. We were like, fuck, we've got to, pull our heads in a bit. So then we gave our stories. Fast forward about 6 months, we go to court.
The court, it's just like in the movies. Yeah, we had to get up on the stand, and the defense was like grilling us, like asking us all these really confronting questions and stuff. And Stewie was there, and the guy being accused of the rape was also there. And then, oh man, it was weird. Yeah, and then the judge was like, "Oh, you're very brave, young man. You're very brave, young man, for doing what you did." Really, was just pining a bit over us because we were just like,
we were the best.
Loving it. Yeah, we're loving it. And then we had to go to court again. It's Supreme Court, and it turns out we put the guy in jail for 8 years.
So, God can thank us later.
8 years. He got out 2 years ago, and if you're watching, mate, we live at 1/10. Come on over, mate. Come on over.
He looked pretty he looked evil.
Oh, yeah.
He had like curly hair.
He had like an evil mustache. And he had like a top hat, and he kept doing this real evil laugh whenever they were taking him out of court.
What are those spectacle things they have in one eye?
Yeah, that's right.
One of them.
Oh,
it's fucked up.
And he had a peg leg, a wooden leg, and he always walked around like this.
And a parrot on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And he drank heaps of rum.
And he raped people.
Yeah, that's true. The last one's true. We don't know about what we said before that about his appearance.
Maybe. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago. But
and then put him in jail for 8 years, and then that's not. It gets even funnier because a week later, Michael had to go to court again for headbutting a guy when we were out drinking because Michael's really angry.
No,
drunk.
he
Very
felt
angry
up
drunk.
a girl's. Yeah,
Very angry
He
drunk.
sexually assaulted a chick,
Disgusting behavior when he drinks.
and I couldn't fucking deal with it, so I snapped and.
Michael headbutted him, and there's
even in
cops
front of
standing
cops,
right
like, oh,
behind him.
so stupid. They put me straight in the paddy wagon. Anyway, I had to go to court for that, and then I'm waiting to hear. The prosecutor yells out my charge of, I don't know,
But it turns out the same judge is there overseeing his case where he's being charged, and the judge is like, oh, I know this man to be a good man.
The prosecutor's
go.
like, yeah, I want $500 fine, and I want him to do community service. And then the judge just goes, nah, he's sweet, he can go.
How messed up is that? So
If you find a raped man, you're allowed to headbutt someone for free.
one raped man, free headbutt. I haven't used mine yet. I don't know when to, but I'm pretty sure like this year.
Well, when you have a kid.
Yep.
Like
Can't sleep.
on your first, like when we have your firstborn.
Yeah. Yep. That's probably for when I'll save it, and then I'll remind the judge that I helped a rape man 10 years ago.
Dodge a bullet.
So that's the story. The sad story. We're not making light of it. It's a very crazy time.
Yeah.
But what are the chances that we find a raped man?
Yeah, like all my friends at school, because I was still at school at the time, couldn't believe it. And then I was famous for a while. Like the teachers were coming up asking me the story. Every kid was asking me about the story.
It was on the radio, like that 2 young men had found a raped man.
Yeah, that's right. Holy shit. Yeah, it was weird. And we're only 18, just little kids.
Yeah. Crazy times.
So I guess,
Always be on the lookout for raped men and women. Always be on the lookout.
yeah, or instead of getting a taxi or an Uber home, just walk home because weird shit happens
But
after
walk
nights
in,
out.
But walk in pairs. Don't walk alone. Otherwise, you might end up like Stewie, and then Michael and I will have to fucking come and save your ass.
Just like we saved Stewie.
Too much of a hassle. Just don't get raped.
No one else can say they've fucking helped a rape victim, really.
Yeah, if you're and like if
It's
you're
like 0.01%.